Yeah.
It's not that tight. Nice
Yeah, it's not as
cozy.
bad as you were saying.
Familiar faces.
For Trey, I think you've had the same defensive line coach your whole college career until this year. With Joe Salovea, what are some of the things that you've learned from him in your time working with him?
A lot of what I've learned is just, well, really something that's kind of transferable is the emphasis on details, but the details are a little bit different, so just in terms of your step, your hand placement, your eyes, and whether that be run or pass, and then even outside of football, just life, like just winning at life. That's a big thing he preaches to us.
Question for both Dalton and Genesis. You guys enter the portal, and then you guys decided to come back. Why'd you come back to Arizona?
Yeah, I would say, when we had our coaching change, when Coach Fish left, Coach B came in, I didn't get in the portal then. I decided to stay and give it a shot, and then follow up the 2024-2025 season. We went 4-8, so I felt like I just owed it to myself to see if kind of just check in, make sure, U of A was the place for me, and ultimately that's what I realized. So when I got in the portal, and that's why I got out and decided to stay, because, I've been here for 4 years, so I wanted to finish my career here.
Oh yeah, no. For me, I was holding on until everyone else left. I was trying to be the last one. I was like, no, I was trying to stay, keep the guys together the whole time. And then my boys, Dalton, Stooks hopped in, Gunner hopped in. I was like, dang. So it just felt like everyone was leaving, and then so I decided to hop in and then check out my options, see what I like, what I didn't like. And Coach G, he was still here, and we were trying to figure out who was gonna be the DC, stuff like that. And then we ended up figuring out, and pieces started aligning, and then ended up going to visit up at Washington, and I was like, all right, because that would probably be the most familiar one. And then I was like, all right, well, I know I got my family back at U of A, Arizona, close to home, comfortable system, and I just ultimately just love it here in Tucson. Love the community, the outreach, and I'm just happy to be here.
I was going to ask that. So, Genesis, for you, you have a former teammate now on your team again in Trey Spivey. What is that like to have him back and just that connection you guys have?
Oh yeah, no, it's great. That's my guy. I grew up together since like 8th grade, 7-on-7, best friends. So I'm just happy to be with him, happy to compete with him, get each other better day in, day out, and I'm just happy he's here, make our team better.
Genesis, can you talk about your trip to Bali?
Oh, the volley, yeah. No, it was a really fun experience. I was with Ked and MJ. MJ is a part of our player development and beyond football, and Ked running back on the football team. And no, it was a great time. Definitely got to see a lot of different perspectives, how they live life out there, and just the different privileges that we have here that not everyone else has. So just coming back, it made me want to just embrace what I do have here and just take no moment for granted and just be where my feet are at all times and just give back, because people in other spots, they're not able to do so. So I'm just happy to be able to be where I'm at.
And what were some of the things that you guys did while you were out there?
We did so many things. It was like a Bali institute. So we went with people, and they like took us everywhere. We probably did like 20, 30 things. So in like 2 weeks. So it was one of my favorite things was it was like this PKP center, and there was a woman talking about her life story, and it was just it was really touching, just hearing where she came from and stuff like that.
There's so much change in college football all the time. You just kind of never know who your coaches are going to be or who your teammates are going to be. Coach Aquina was here for, I guess, your first 2 years, right? And now he decided to leave. How did you guys kind of deal with that, and what's it like to have Coach Arce as your position coach?
Akina, he's a great coach. Very blessed to have been coached by him. I definitely believe he's changed my career around for the better. And college football these days, that's just what it is. It's the business we're in. One day, something can flip totally upside down. But RC's been with Coach Aquina for, I want to say, 3 years now, 2.5. So he knows the philosophy and just what our standard is. So that wasn't too much of a change. And then, having Coach G as our DC and back with us, he's a great coach. So I'm just blessed to have all these great coaches around me, and that just want me to be better as a player and a person, And so I'm blessed every day and, get to work with whoever is fine with me.
Oh yeah, no. I originally committed to RC, and Akina came the same time I came. So it was Akina. He definitely a lot. He played a big role in my development. So it was tough seeing him leave, but definitely wish the best for him, and just looking forward, ready to continue to develop.
What was that experience like last year, kind of playing like a dollar linebacker? I mean, kind of playing out of your position a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun being able to show my versatility and, can play multiple positions, whether that's DB or linebacker. But I would just say challenging myself to, have to learn a new position in the middle of the season. And as well, I'll do whatever I have to do to help the team because it's not ever about me. It's about my teammates and how I can, make them better and succeed for the team.
And question for both defensive backs. What newcomer defensive backs have stood out to you so far in spring?
Yeah, I really think Aiden Garnes, Mike Mitchell,
Mike Dansby.
Mike Dansby, sorry about that. I think they're all doing a great job, honestly, all of them. But those two have stood out. AG's super clean in his fundamentals and technique, and, you can just see they both want to work and just be better. But at the same time, I think all of our new guys are doing a great job and definitely a good piece that we need. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think AP coming back, he had really good high school film, got a motor. Same with Jay Sean in the back end. Definitely got a motor from Stanford. He made some plays. Like you said, Aiden Garnes, EB, Elijah Brown. We got a lot of new pieces that I'm excited to see out there, so it should be fun.
Trey, going into this year, what's kind of the next step for your growth as a player?
I would say the biggest thing I'm focusing on, which I don't feel has changed a ton, is mastering the technical details, like the little details. And I don't even want to say that I'm kind of doubling back to what I said earlier, but that doesn't just apply to football either. That's real life. Like, you do the things right in real life, you do the things right in football. And I think that just works off each other.
For any of you guys or all of you guys, what do you think of the Arizona offense this spring? It seems like a totally different system.
Oh, yeah. So far, they look electric. They got a couple good plays on us. We got some on them. So I think what Dagy's doing is really good. The O-line got a little bit bigger. Running backs look fast. Receivers electric. So I think they look complete out there.
Trey, how much bigger are you guys on defensive linemen, on defensive line, and how do you think that's going to help you guys this year?
Everyone we picked up has been a great pickup. We got some bigger guys. We got some guys. Everyone has twitch. Everyone has twitch. Everyone is explosive. And really, it's just one day at a time elevating. I think we're doing great as a group. We're doing great. Everybody's been leveling up together. We're staying together. So we'll be great. A lot of work to put in. Excuse me.
I think Coach Gonzalez said you're playing the position he called the bear. Is that right? What does that mean?
It's still kind of the free safety position, just a new name on it, a little ferocious name. There's some different coverages where roll down and things of that nature, but it's still free safety in my head.
What did he say? You and Traden are playing?
Boundary cat.
How different is the defense from what you're used to, or is it fundamentally the same?
I think fundamentally it's the same. You can always group defenses together. It just depends. One person can do something different in a cover 3 that will change it from a cover 4 or cover 6. So I think fundamentally it's the same, but we have our our own little spice on it. That makes it different from last year.
Sure. Trey, what do you think about the development of Chase Kennedy into kind of a multi-purpose weapon for you guys?
Chase Kennedy is a great player, and he is a great athlete, man. Just like all of us, we all just got to keep working every day, not to become somebody else, but to become the best versions of ourselves. And I believe when Chase gets there, when all of us get there, or at least do our best to get to the closest to perfection we can, he's going to be a mean one.
Dalton, how many defensive coordinators have you had here?
Let's see, I had Don Brown my first year, and then Johnny Nansen second year, and then third year was Nansen again, and then Akina, and now it's going to be Coach G, so 5, or 4, yeah.
What's it like kind of learning a bunch of defensive defenses and hearing different voices?
I mean, I like it. Like I said, I like to challenge myself. So, you know, if I have to learn a new defense each year, that's what I'll do. But at the same time, I feel like it's growing my game because I'm hearing all these different, you know, defensive strategies and philosophies that each coach brings to the table, and they're all different. So I just think I'm very blessed to, you know, some people look at it as like, you know, you have a new coach every year, but at the same time, it's like I'm blessed to be surrounded by all these good coaches that are getting me better with all these new things I get to learn every day.
Another one for any of you guys or all of you. One of the things Danny mentioned was disguising looks on defense without giving away like what your secrets are. What's the potential benefit of being able to do that?
Yeah, I would say mainly because like I feel like my position is big on disguising. So I think, you know, when we're able to work together, especially me, Jen, and whoever else is out there at the Field Cat, you know, when we're able to work together on our disguise, it helps even better. But yeah.
You're trying to confuse the quarterback.
Yeah, because, you know, if you have a good quarterback like Noah or, you know, whoever else in college football, when you're lined up at the start, you know, obviously most of the times they can look at what you're in and try to anticipate it. But if you're able to disguise and then, you know, give them some movement, you know, it can throw their whole game off. So now, you know, he wanted this one read, but, you know, you're there now, so now he has to check. So.
For Trey, the draft coming up here, Big John expected to get drafted. What was it like matching up against him in practice?
It was a blessing. It was a blessing. He's a great player, not only technically, but he goes hard every rep. So to be able to go against somebody that has that much passion and that big of a care factor, it means a lot to me because my goal is to do the same.
You know, speaking of the nature of college football nowadays, sometimes you'll get a player who leaves your school and then he comes back, which is what Tia Savea ended up doing. What was it like when he returned to campus? How did you guys kind of welcome him back to the locker room or the team?
Yeah, no, I didn't know he was coming back until I think we got back from Christmas break, December break, and I just see it on the board, Tia's name. Tia's coming back? They were like, yeah. So, no, it was good seeing him come back. I love Tia. He's a good guy, and I'm glad to have him. He's a workhorse, and we need him in the front. So, yeah, that was a good get. And it's fine. He came back, you know. Tia never left. He's always a brother.
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Want to shout out men's basketball.
That's right. Let's go get Oregon tomorrow.
Yeah, go get a dub against Oregon.
Need it, bring
shout
it
out
home.
them. Yeah.
Good luck
Thank
to
you guys.
basketball.
Thank you guys.